Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how should you do a data science project, especially if you are a fresher, or if you're starting your college right now, or you are doing a data science project so that you can get a data science job, data analyst job right after doing some project. So why the data science project is necessary? The first point is that whenever you are trying to sit for the interview, this data science project will be useful for your accessing your skills. So this will address your how good competencies level you have on your skills, because any concept anyone can know, but how to implement that concept on the real data set, that is actually being judged by the data science project. So especially if you are a freshers in the college, or if you're doing some job you want to get into the data science, or if you're trying to switch between two different aspect, like maybe from data analyst to data scientist or some this kind of similar thing, you must do focus on a data science project. And the first thing is because those things will help you to enhance your skill. The second thing why the data science project will help you is that with the data science project, actually you can see your how good you can think in terms of practicality. Like like a data science project actually does not start with actually fitting some model and interpreting the result. A lot of analysis is also involved, and I will just show you how actually you can enhance your ability to do a good data science project. So obviously, if you're doing a good data science project, it will not only help the interviewer to decide what are the skills you are good at, but it will also the interviewer to decide how good you are at that particular skills. So maybe certain some person can actually fit some model, but obviously the extra thing that you can do as part of your project is that maybe you can analyze the data before fitting the model, or maybe you can interpret the multiple models that you fitted using the during your data science project. So it's about how good you are. Okay. And uh, and the next thing that is more important, like why you should do a data science project, is that it will make your resume outstanding, and obviously that will help your profile to get shortlisted if you are applying for any company. So you'll have an outstanding resume. So these three things are important. Obviously, I have seen a lot of people actually who don't have, actually they know about the ML data science skill, but they don't have a good resume, and in that aspect they actually lose the chance to get into the good data science job. So a good resume is very much useful, and a good resume comes only when you are having good projects also. So I will exactly going to tell you how you can do a good data science project. Obviously you can use this technique especially if you're doing any self project, or if you are doing any project under some mentor or maybe some guide or something like that. So especially these things are designed for self project. Especially if you are doing the self project, these things are going to help you a lot. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you, like how we are going to get a good data science project. So the first thing is about the data. Okay, so nowadays what the people do, if you want to do a self project, people will start picking some simpler data set. So the first advice is don't pick simple data set. Okay, don't pick simple data set. Why should not pick the simple data set? Because like everyone is working on the simple data set. Everyone is working on the simple data set. It's like like let's say you're working on the house price prediction, or maybe you're working on credit card default prediction. Everyone is working on those simple data sets. So don't pick the simple data set, because the first stage is that you want to show your skill on certain data set that actually no one has worked on, actually only few people has worked on. So the best way to pick the data set, actually I'm going to tell you a resource where you can go to pick a data set. So the best way to pick the data set is you should go to the Kaggle, and on Kaggle you can get a lot of different varieties of data set. So it's not about the regression only. If you can get the data set related to the classification, regression, if you are doing computer vision, natural language processing, or maybe anything that you are doing, you can get a lot of data set related to that particular area. So just don't pick a simple data set, just pick a data set on which you can obviously showcase your skill. The data set should be a slightly at upper difficult level, because you have to do a lot of things also to improve the data quality, or maybe to analyze the data, or you may have to do some feature engineering kind of thing. That's why it's important you don't pick the simple data set. Obviously like simple data set are good once you are doing learning the things. Let's say you're learning regression, then let's say you are working on some simpler data set like what you can say, anything related to the house pricing or something like that. That's that at that particular price, that particular point, the simple data is useful. But don't keep these things on the your resume, because like obviously when you are doing a long-term courses, semester-long courses, actually you work on a lot of data set, but those things will not help you a lot in putting a resume. So once you learn the skills, just try to pick a good data set, apply the the procedure, this procedure, and make a good project, and then they put those project in the resume. Okay. Now the second thing is that analysis. Okay. So the thing is that many people, when they work with the data science project, they don't do the data analysis. What they do, they will just take the data set and they will just call the model and fit the model. Okay. So this is the worst thing that you are going to do with the data science project. You should avoid doing this particular thing. Analysis is a very important part because it helps you understand what the data is all about. Not the what the data is all about, obviously how to construct new features from the data set. So let's say your data set may have age column. Okay, your data set may have a certain other columns, maybe like some year of manufacturing, maybe anything. So by analyzing the data, you may find that there are certain years range on which the most of the data point lie. So what you can do, from the year of manufacture, you can make some year range as the new features. Maybe from 2017 to 2020 can be your new features. From 2020 to 2022 can be the new features, and before 2017 can be your new features. So obviously by analyzing the data, it will help you actually to obviously see the trend, see the like what the data is all about, how the data is behaving on the respect to different columns, and also like how you can construct new features. And once like let's say you are trying to just fit the model before analyzing data, it is so that you are not actually serious about data set. You just try to get the fit the model and just show the result, and that is not actually what data scientist or ML engineer do. They do have to analyze the data to see what the data set is all about. And it's not about the work, it's about the skill set that you have to show that the analysis of data, this data analysis skill you have. And that is why don't forget to analyze the data. Obviously there can be multiple way you can analyze data. Some things must come from your intuition, like what you want to do, how you want to do the things. And the thing is that once you do the things, then start the fitting the model. So uh, this important skip this important thing is that obviously before fitting the model, just try to do a good data analysis. Obviously I'll try to make more videos on the data analysis part, and obviously I'll try to show like how good project can be done in the Python using the Google Colab and notebook. But yeah, the things you have to pick is that don't try to pick the simple data set, and just do the data analysis. This is the most important thing. Once you do the data analysis, now you want to fit some model. So before fitting the model, you have to like decide like what do you want to do. Maybe the task is about the regression. Means it's depend on the data set and the context. It's about the classification, or maybe it's about the clustering. Whatever the thing is all about, you have to decide the task, machine learning task that you want to do, and you have to fit the model. Now for fitting the model, the thing is that don't fit only one model. So don't try only one model. Don't try only one model. You have to try multiple model. Okay. So what you need to do is just you have to just start with the simple model. Maybe you can start, let's say you are trying to do the regression, so you can maybe start with the a simple model of simple linear regression or multiple linear regression. Then eventually you can go to check for the multicollinearity, and then you go to apply ridge regression or lasso regression, or maybe you can apply PCA regression, PCR regression, or maybe at the end point you can also apply random forest or decision tree regression. So this way you have to keep a level up while doing the project, because this thing shows that you're also exploring the different algorithms. Obviously like a trees algorithm work best, but what you are trying to do is you're just trying from the very basic, and then you are upgrading your level. Because when you are trying to get into data science job, the thing is not about the fitting the model. They also want to see like how you progress through different models. In the real life, people will always go for the decision tree or the random forest because those work the best. But the thing is that you have to also, so that you also have the knowledge of multiple integration, you also understand its basic, not only the advanced model. And obviously many a times multiple linear regression do work best than the random forest, but that depend on the context and data set. Okay, so the thing is that you have to be just starting with the very basic. Obviously if you want to do the classification, just don't stick with the logistic regression only. Maybe you can also try KNN, or maybe you can also try support vector machine and try to optimize the parameters. uh, then you can try decision tree and the random forest for the classification. Or if you want, I can also go for the XGBoost or some different algorithms like neural network. And then what you can do, you can obviously try to compare the accuracy of the different models, like what is the accuracy on the test data on this different model. So this thing will help you a lot while doing, starting from the picking the data set, doing the data analysis. Obviously data analysis is not about the only the making analyzing data. It's also about constructing new features from data, so that you can use those in the your machine learning model. So if I want to summarize the whole video, the main the point is that just pick good data set, you have to pick good data set, and that data set you can obviously spend 2 3 days to find a good data set from the Kaggle or some other sources also. If you then what you need to do, you need to do good data analysis. So data analysis, you don't need to only analyze data but also try to construct new features also, and that is also called feature engineering. This is also important part of classical machine learning, and obviously you need to do know these things if you're trying to get into the data science. And the next thing is that fit multiple models, and obviously whatever the models you are fitting, just try to learn all these models. So fit multiple models and know these models. It's not like you don't know how to fit but you don't understand the model. So know the algorithm, how this particular thing is working. Okay. And the next thing is obviously compare the your results. So compare result means that whatever the model you're fitting, try to find like which one is the best model out of this particular thing. When you do all these things, just try to make a small summary of all these things. Those summary will help you, like if you want to show someone report, or maybe in future if you want to revise your project, for maybe you are sitting for an interview after 1 or 2 years while doing this project, and you want to sit for the interview again. So this summary sheet, whatever the PDF you have created out of all these things, will help you a lot, and we're trying to revise those things again for the job. So this thing is always good to create a summary of what your project is all about. So how you should do it, obviously you should put an introduction of your data set, and then your plots, and then whatever the models you are fitting, any graph, any result is there, just try to explain those things. This is for your own help. Okay, so this is how you can start doing a good self project by yourself while you are in college or while you are trying to switch. Obviously a good data set is always important. If you want, you can also send this summary report to some experienced person by on LinkedIn or some other persons who can actually verify that if you are doing the who can actually verify that you are the work you have done actually had some good impact or not. So like I also review a lot of projects, so people send me the project report, their project report, and I verify the project on their behalf, like how good their project is. So this is how you can actually construct a good data science project for yourself. Obviously try to pick any data set, any work you want to do, but yeah, just follow this step to make a good data science project. So thanks for watching this video, and I will try to bring more useful video for data science project and data science journey. Thanks for watching.